happy to welcome to Tribune with Tribune Miss LaDonna Boyd, who's the president and CEO of Boyd Publishing Company, one of our hometown treasures for several generations, and she's now the new chief executive. So congratulations on the honor and the responsibility. And tell me about your job and what you're going to have to do.
Okay, well, the job is never ending, if you will, but it's been wonderful so far. So I get the unique opportunity to lead the oldest African American publishing company in the country. So that's certainly exciting. Lots of opportunities there. We are forming new partnerships and restructuring our business a little bit, if you will. So I'm excited. Our staff is engaged and excited, and they're looking forward to seeing some changes as well. So we are expanding products and services and partnering with new authors as well.
Now, Baptist Publishing started in the printed era.
Mm-hmm.
It's now going to the digital era. How much are you going to transfer to digital?
We provide most of our products in both print and digital formats, so anyone can go to our website, rhboyd.com, and find our curriculum products as ebooks as well.
What's your favorite book?
My favorite book, just in general, I
Yes.
love The Art of War.
Why?
I love strategy and logic, and it gives great principles to not only ancient warfare, but what we can apply in our day-to-day lives now, especially in the business.
So you could point out 3 things that you feel are principles of how you operate. What would they be?
Oh, wow. 3 principles of how I operate. Efficient. Certainly want to do that. I am very cognizant of price, so we want to make sure that we are pricing our products correctly and that we have products that are priced fairly for the market as well, because we want to be very conscious of what people spend and we respect their money as well. And the last one, I would say happiness. It's, sometimes it's hard, but I've emphasized to my staff the need for them to be well-rounded and find happiness and joy in their day-to-day lives, so that when they come into the office, that radiates from them. If you're not happy in your life outside of the workplace, when you go in, nothing changes. We don't want that type of negativity, and I like to apply that principle to my life as well.
How is the church how you're going to help the church help these young people stay connected?
Okay, well, it's a great question. The church in general, and especially the Black church, has always been the epicenter of social justice movements.
Yeah.
When we look at Dr. King and Dr. Lowry and all of the giants of the civil rights movement, most of them came from the church, and that was for a reason. I think us as Christians, we have a responsibility to make sure that we are looking out for our fellow brothers and sisters. And I want to make sure that the younger generation, so my generation and those coming behind me, have a personal understanding of what that means to be a social justice leader. I was able to go to Memphis just earlier this week for the MLK 50 commemoration, and I got to talk to Jesse Jackson, and I got to talk to Reverend Lewis, and it was just fantastic. But I have an understanding and appreciation for what they've done for our society. But, I don't know what my kids will do in that regard, because some of the people that are in our history books will no longer be. So I want to be able to get them to understand why it's important, why they can be leaders as well. So we can't just look at history as the past, if you will, because a lot of the individuals that we see in the history books are still alive today and still making a difference. So how can we pass that along? I think the church still has to take responsibility and economic justice as well, so making sure that their members understand how money works, how does the economy work, promoting education, making sure that these younger people are going to college but not graduating with a ton of debt. That's something that's crushing the generation behind me, if you will. So we need to just figure out ways that we can give people the best opportunity to be their best selves and reach a level of self-actualization so that they can give back to society.
Wow. Favorite song?
Oh, favorite song, wow. Oh, I don't know. I don't have a favorite song per se. I love Nina Simone.
Okay. Now, for those of you who are younger than she is, and younger than I am, who is Nina Simone?
Oh my goodness. Wow. It's kind of hard to kind of quantify her. She's
Right.
an artist. She's a legend. Young, gifted, and black.
Yes.
A fabulous singer. Very earthy voice. Very sad. I love the documentary about her that came out recently, just to kind of see that personal side of her, the things that I had no idea.
Now tell me, what's your favorite poem?
Oh my goodness, favorite poem. I'm a phenomenal woman, of course. My
Okay.
arms are moved, but I don't know if I'd say that's my favorite, but I've never been
That
asked
ranks. That ranks.
That
And
ranks, yeah.
So, and what's your favorite color?
Black.
Black. Why?
Black is beautiful. I don't know. It looks so sophisticated, and there's such an elegance affiliated with not only the color but the term black.
Are you a black wonder of the world?
Am I a black wonder of the world? That's
Yeah.
interesting. I'll claim that. I'll take it.
Okay. Now that you are, now that you admit that you acknowledge you are, tell me, what role would you play in Nashville as a business executive and as a black leader? Two different
What role?
things. Yeah.
Okay. As a black executive, I think they're kind of intertwined now.
Okay.
If you will. For me, I like to provide opportunity for people. So I love to hire black people. I love to hire talent and knowledge in people that understand the context of our literature and the history and the narrative of the black church. I love to talk to kids. You know, I think it's important that they can see something or someone that they can strive to be like. So being a positive example is very important. I certainly want to preserve black culture. You know, it's not something, we're not entertainment, if you will. It's our lives. It's our connection to our past, and it's the story that we'll tell our children.
A lot of people who grew up years ago in Tennessee and Nashville, and grew up years ago in the South, cross country, and they remember small community-based churches. Now we see this proliferation of mega churches.
Right.
How are they really impacting religion?
How are megachurches impacting religion?
Yes.
Oh, wow, that's an interesting question. Actually, I'm focusing some of my dissertation research on that. How does technology impact the worship experience for black people? But I think that, you know, it's good to have options, and maybe I could say even, you know, quote unquote competition. So churchgoers can kind of decide what they want their faith experience to look like. Some people thrive in the megachurch. Some people would prefer to be in the smaller community church setting. And I think it's great to have both options. I personally like both options. I'll go to a tiny church one Sunday and a 20,000 plus member church, you know, the next Sunday. And I find comfort in being in the Holy Spirit wherever I am.
That's a great answer.
Thank you.
That's a great answer. Very good.
Thank you.
And so you recently you've had several chances to celebrate the legacy of your family. And why is it important for families to celebrate their legacy?
Wow. Well, something that, you know, I have to remember is that some people don't have that context, if
True.
you will. A lot of people may not know who their grandparents, great-grandparents, or even some of their, you know, parents. So I'm blessed in that I have a connection to my history and legacy, and we want to certainly be unashamed in sharing that information, because what my great-great-grandfather did, who was R.H. Boyd, who started our company in 1896, he literally gave a voice to black people in the faith context, and that's not something that I want to be ashamed of or keep a secret. I want the world to know that, because what he did is something that still impacts us every day. And I want other black people to take pride in their families. Families look different. You know, it's not a set cookie cutter definition, especially nowadays, if you will. But whatever family means, whatever pride looks like and what you have, certainly share that. Because so many people, you know, other cultures are trying to take that away.
What's your best advice to yourself, how to stay focused?
Wow, my best advice to myself. I have to remember to take care of myself first. You know, if I'm tired, go to sleep. If I'm hungry, eat. You know, you think that's second nature, but sometimes it's easy to get busy. Then you look up like, oh, I've been here a long time, and I'm, you know, kind of worn out. So I want to make sure that I pace myself accordingly so that I don't get burnt out early.
On that note, thank you very much for joining us for Trending with Tribune, and our guest has been LaDonna Boyd, forthcoming doctorate from Pepperdine University, and distinguished editor and publisher right now.